Hello, you've caught me suffering the post-E3 blues.
So many amazing games. I can't wait to play. Oh, the wonderful agony of being this excited for them all. Death Stranding, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Cyberpunk 2077. Be still, my beating heart. You must be patient. You must be calm. The games will be ready when they're ready. All you have to do is wait sensibly.
Or you could do one of these 7 things every gamer does when you just can't wait for a game to come out.
Number 1, you watch all the trailers on endless repeat. See this Death Stranding trailer from last year's E3. I've not been counting, but I must have watched this a good 50 times now. Same with the recent Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer. But what I'm really reminded of when I think about trailers I've watched until my eyes collapse is this: Metal Gear Solid 2, E3 2000. As far as I'm concerned, the single greatest video game trailer ever made.
As you can no doubt imagine, I was just a little bit pumped for MGS2 back when I was a kid.
Hilariously, I didn't actually see this trailer for months after its debut. You know, this was way before the time of beautifully crisp HD videos popping up on YouTube the second they've been revealed to the world. No, my first experience of this trailer was reading a minute-by-minute text breakdown in Official PlayStation magazine, written by a journalist lucky enough to have attended E3 in the year 2000.
Lucky swine.
Then, months later, the trailer was made available on a cover-mounted VHS tape with the first issue of PSM2 magazine.
I'm not going to dwell on this, I've told this story before, but yes, an actual VHS.
So every time I wanted to watch the trailer again, I had to physically rewind the thing all the way back to the beginning, which I did because I was that pumped. But this is what you do, isn't it? That, or the complete reverse, and you go on a trailer blackout. Like if it's a sequel to a franchise you're already a fan of, you know you're buying the game anyway, so you want to go in fresh, completely unspoiled. Totally understandable.
Let us know in the comments if you're one of those who watches trailers endlessly, or if you prefer to go on complete lockdown.
Either way, trailers, an essential solve for the slow-burning wound that is all the time between a game's announcement and release. Another thing we all do when waiting patiently for the release of a game we are really looking forward to is to obsessively play all previous games in the series while pretending we're playing the one that isn't out yet. That, or we do it just to make sure we're caught up with the story.
I know a bunch of people who played through the entire Kingdom Hearts saga while waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out.
Similarly, I barreled my way through Uncharted's 1, 2 and 3 in the run-up to the release of Uncharted 4. I do this with books too. When A Dance with Dragons came out, the 5th book of the Song of Ice and Fire series, I marathoned all 4 previous installments to tide me over.
And I'll go and read the whole lot again in 2037, just before The Winds of Winter comes out.
Sometimes I even do this on a subconscious level. Right now, I'm incredibly excited for Death Stranding. Honestly, I think it's the most excited I've been for a game in maybe decades, actually. And the other day I was sitting around my living room in one of those funks where you don't know what to play, you know what I mean? When you want to play everything, but at the same time nothing in particular. All of a sudden, I got an urge I hadn't felt for years.
Yeah, I've started playing The Phantom Pain again. I've got Hideo Kojima on the brain.
Deploy a supply drop of help, please. Entry 3. We all hang out online and come up with increasingly mad fan theories, usually pieced together from cryptic trailer footage. I have to admit, I absolutely love doing this. Not necessarily creating fan theories of my own. You know, I interact in this circle in much the same way as I play Little Big Planet, you know, picking the juicy mind fruits of those vastly more imaginative than myself.
Personally, there's not much else that can get me more hyped for a game. You know, you've watched all the trailers, you've played all the previous games, but you still have that thirst for new info.
Even if that info is conjecture, speculation, most of it wild and almost certainly incorrect, But despite that, there's something inherently enjoyable in allowing yourself to be carried away on an online tide of mutual excitement, thousands of like-minded people creatively expressing their love and anticipation.
This is especially enjoyable with something like Death Stranding, a game that thrives off our continued futile attempts to understand it.
Like we're slowly ascending a cliff of ice together. We're not expecting to breach the summit. I don't even think we want to, really. It's the climb itself that's important, and the company along the way. So shut up, naysayers. Let us have this. Let us wonder. Let us be excited about things. The fourth thing every gamer does while waiting for a game to come out is to scour the internet for every article, every news drop, every preview, anything that's been written on the game.
In the olden days, it used to be magazines you'd hunt for. At least that's what I did.
I think I can safely say in all my years I've never been as pumped for any game's release as I was for Final Fantasy IX. It was the series' golden era, that hat trick of diamond standard PS1 classics, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX. Back in those days, I used to get £3 pocket money a week.
When Final Fantasy IX was coming out, I would save up this pocket money to ensure I had enough to buy any magazine that contained even a whiff of info.
And I'm talking literally just a paragraph, a picture even. I was desperate for info, for screenshots. It felt like I was trying to burrow into a world that barely existed, but that didn't stop me trying. Every preview, every roundup, I was there. Sometimes I'd even do that naughty thing of reading the magazine in the shop and then shoving it back on the shelf afterwards.
A dangerous tactic because Mel, the shop owner, was obviously wise to this and so would kick you out if you spent too long loitering in the magazine section.
I'd use the busy home from school footfall as cover, wait until Mel was distracted by a big queue of kids buying up Freddos and flying saucers, and then quickly skim read everything on Final Fantasy IX that I could. And when new screenshots came out, I would drink them with my eyes. I'm honestly so glad I was a kid during the PS1 Final Fantasy era. What a time to be alive. Entry 5. So, you're hyped for a game. You've been watching the trailers, engaging in online fan theorising, and now the time has come for the release date to be announced. Amazing. Now you know the wait is nearly over. What is the first thing you do?
Oh my god, I can't believe it's coming out! We're gonna get the game! We're gonna get... Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
Okay, what's the second thing you do?
So you want to book a week's holiday from the 16th of November?
Yes, to book a big family holiday on the beach.
In November?
Yes.
But isn't that when Catch the Funny Fish 7 comes out? Aren't you really looking forward to that?
That's right, you get that annual leave booked off work. This is crucial because you have to ensure you get some good quality time with your game when it first comes out. None of this 30 minutes per evening nonsense that's sadly symptomatic of busy adult life. Entry 6 is something that happens when you've exhausted everything given to you by the trailers and writers of previews and the creators of amazingly weird fan theories. You've run out of material to be excited by, and so you create your own.
Your excitement and anticipation has reached such a crescendo that you simply cannot contain it anymore, and so it spills from you in the form of art.
And this could be anything, fan art like that masterpiece I just showed you. Or maybe you create amazing cosplays of characters you already love despite the fact the game in which they feature is yet to come out. Or maybe you write fan fiction, whatever it is. When you love a thing as much as whatever video game it is you're excited for, eventually you'll reach a point where some form of inventiveness bursts from you like a charged swell of creativity breaking through your inner dam of restraint.
It just came out. I couldn't hold it in any longer. Oh god, I can't wait to play this game.
Our final entry is something you will do when the game is basically here. You've done the waiting, you've done the trailer watching, the info sleuthing, the fan arting. You know you're buying this game. The reviews are coming through now. Some people have played it already. Potential spoilers are everywhere.
And so you do the only sensible thing. Social media blackout.
Delete all apps from your phone. In fact, to be safe, maybe just lock your phone away in a lead-lined vault, just in case any spoilers spontaneously leak out of it and into your head. In fact, to be safe, lock yourself in a lead-lined vault, just in case any spoilers leak in.
Don't do that. What you could do, and this is far more sensible, is cryogenically freeze yourself and ask a responsible family member to thaw you only when the game has physically dropped through your letterbox.
Basically, you reach a point where you want no more noise about this game. Silence is what you're after now. Beautiful silence to fully enjoy and appreciate the amazing game that is now yours. You've earned this peace. You deserve it. And so there you are, 7 things every gamer does when you just can't wait for a game to come out. Give us a like if you're guilty of any of these. Let us know in the comments if you have any habits I've missed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date with everything on the channel, and we'll see you again next week for another Friday feature. Thanks for watching.
For the players.